aspire to be better than what they are, and why do they become complacent so quickly? This is the last thing I'm going to talk about on this slide, but when we think about this idea of complacency, it happens everywhere. It happens beyond millennials. It happens with everybody in every organization. I would love to spend some time, and I'd love to talk to you about this idea of career stages and about how individuals grow and evolve in an organization. But when you think about it, you start an organization. Let me grab a marker real quick. When you think about how you evolve throughout an organization, it's pretty straightforward. Anytime you start an organization, no matter what's your job, there's a learning period. Right? No matter what that job is, there's a learning period where you're exploring what's going on, what's happening. Once you get through the training, once you understand how to do your job, there's a point of establishment. When you start to become established, you start to try to make a name for yourself, grow your business, become more successful, become a manager, become a leader, get promoted, whatever it might be. You're establishing, you're growing. Now, once that growth, once that challenge starts to go away, where you're not as excited anymore, you start to become complacent. And you start to go into this plateau stage where you're just kind of hanging out. You're mailing it in. You're doing the day-to-day. And then all of a sudden, somebody starts knocking on the door. You start looking at other opportunities, and you say, you know what? I'm out. And we start to disengage. Now, the challenge is, throughout these 4 cycles, is they happen in different stages. And there's different things that motivate people. If I can't get you on board, if I can't get you engaged right out of the gate, if I can't get you to believe and to understand what the goals are, if I can't understand your expectations and your limitations, if I can't understand what you can bring to the table and how I can develop you, then guess where you go? You skip all of that. And the challenge is that millennials are much more willing to make this move than generations before. Because generations before thought that that was just the way that we did business. Your parents, my parents, this was the way of the world. This was 2 years, this was 12 years, this was 15 years, this was 10 years before I retired and move on. But then all of a sudden the Xers came through. And for the Xers, this time frame shortened up. Because you couldn't tell me I'm going to work for a company for 35 years because that's too long, man. Let's talk 10 years. Let's shorten up. Millennials come through and they have to shorten it up as well. And so now, if I'm not moving people through this, and so we're going to talk about these different cycles today, and we're going to talk about how we have to add different increments in. And we're going to talk about the idea that those increments don't have to be promotion. It doesn't have to be, okay, you're now a manager. Right? It doesn't have to be, you've now been promoted to this. It's incremental increases to keep people engaged and to keep them believing in their job, and so that they feel like there's opportunities and there's challenges.